Hi guys, welcome to our newest video. Today we are talking about Robert the doll. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there is a haunted doll and it's right in Florida. You can visit him, but he's uber haunted, and if you don't ask for permission, take pictures of him and get videos of him, he will haunt you down. He will make you get in car accidents. He will make you get a divorce. Don't ask me how that works. All different kinds of curses, and there's like 100 letters of people apologizing to Robert because they disrespected him. Emma was fortunate enough to go to Florida, Key West, and visit Robert the doll. Here's the story. When this boy named Eugene was a little kid, one of these servants in his house got fired. But before they left, they gifted him a doll called Robert the doll. If you're involved in, like, I don't know, you fired like your nanny or your housekeeper, and before they go, they're like, take this really creepy doll. I mean, life hack, you probably shouldn't take it.
So Eugene started becoming very obsessed with this doll from a very young age. He would take it everywhere. One of the big things that would start happening is that he would talk to the doll, and they would hear his parents would hear him speaking to the doll in another voice. And they'd assume at first that Eugene Otto was just making up, like some kind, just like making up a weird voice.
Until one day, his mom walked by, and she heard a deep, deep voice, and she did not see Eugene's lips moving. So that was a huge red flag. So he would often get in trouble for a lot of things and insist it wasn't him, it was Robert. Neighbors were walking by and waving to the house, and finally the family's like, what are you waving at? And they're like, oh, the doll in the window that's waving at us. And I'm guessing the neighbors thought it was like the kids moving the doll, something.
Yeah.
Well, the family got really freaked out. The father thought fast and was like, you can't sleep with this doll, he's gonna get ruined, blah blah blah, and slowly but surely locked him in the attic. Now cut off. Now Robert did not like this very much, and there were cries when neighbors walked by, screaming, tapping of feet. He was basically that awful upstairs neighbor that just wears bricks on their feet. Now, after he was locked up and the father eventually died and Eugene was grown up, he inherited the house. Now, once he inherited the house, he moved back in and he found Robert the doll in the attic.
He brought Robert out, and it was almost like time hadn't passed. He brought it out to his wife, and he was like, because he had recently gotten married, and he was like, hey, look, like, I found my old childhood doll, Robert. And he was like, we're going to, like, incorporate him into the family. She pretty much reacted how any person would, and she was like, excuse me, I'm not about this, hell no. And he pretty much just ignored his wife. There were red flags everywhere. One thing that Eugene Otto is also known for is he's an artist. So he ended up becoming an artist as an adult. He would bring it into work and have Robert sit there and stare at him all day while he was painting his murals and things like that. Yeah, he started doing some of the same stuff. They had seen him, like, moving around again, like, his facial expressions changing. The wife was freaking out, so she just grinned and bared it until
he died. Yes, and then
happened.
She decided to do the smart thing. She locked him up in the attic, she moved, and she let another poor soul come into the house and find Robert.
A new family had moved into the home and found Robert in the attic. And the parents were also noticing that there was a creepy voice coming from the doll.
Then they decided to do the only smart thing. They decided to give him away. And they donated him to the museum. What's the museum called?
Yeah, it's called the East Martello Museum. It's still in Key West as well. Anyone can go visit this museum. I think it's like I don't even, I think it like it might be like maybe $10. I'll put the information on the description below, but it was given to the museum in 1994, and Robert the doll has been there ever since. So my family just so happened to be going to Key West, Florida recently on a trip, and my mom and I actually went to see Robert the doll, but I am going to insert the footage now because Siobhan and I actually think that I may have caught something in the 2-minute footage that I took while at the museum. So without further ado, we're going to just insert that in here. Hi guys. So I'm here with Robert the doll in person. I've heard a lot of stories about him. We did the ghost tour last time and we heard all about his story, and now we finally got to come and see him. Thank you, Robert, for letting me record a video. When you come to see Robert the doll, they ask for you to introduce yourself as well as to ask permission before recording anything or taking any kind of photos out of respect for Robert. The 101st birthday of Robert Otto happened, so there's a few signed letters from the governor as well as George W. Bush. But yeah, a lot of people have left messages for Robert. If you aren't respectful to him, a lot of people have had different things happen to them after leaving. Some people have gone into car accidents, gotten sick, lost their jobs, have financial struggles, illness. So it's important that you respect him when you come in to see him at the 4 East Martello Museum. Thank you, Robert, for your time. Thank you for letting me record a video. What were your thoughts about it?
Yeah, no, it was definitely creepy. It was like this white, like, shadow-looking thing just, like, went back into the doll. Yeah, I thought it was certainly weird.
There's also a weird, at the same time that happens, there's that weird hissing noise. And I mean, I think it's very interesting that it just so happened to have at the same time, it looks like it goes into the doll from there. So, I mean, again, like maybe the noise was something else, but to me, if it sounded like a hissing and then like a weird, it didn't even seem like an orb, it was just kind of like a misty thing that went into the doll. So, what are your thoughts, guys? Like, do you think it, like, there's an explanation? Do you think I'm nuts? Like, what are your thoughts on not only the footage, but on Robert the doll in general? Leave us comments in the comment section below. If you want to hear more, subscribe.
If you need more information, let us know.
Yeah.
Well, please, thank you for listening.
Again, we are at another haunted location right now. We're doing some more videos, and we're doing another overnight, so stay tuned for that. We will be talking to you soon. Spirit Keepers out.